What's up, everybody? I'm your host, Afrodamus.
And I'm your host, Inanna.
And welcome to Speak Easy, the show where we talk about everyday things with everyday people. So how you doing?
I'm wonderful. I'm blessed.
That's nice. Every day above ground is a good day.
Yes.
What we got going on this month? The month of May. There's a lot of things going on in May. May is Mother's Day.
Yes.
May is Earth Day. Did we have Earth Day? I
believe it was actually the end of April, but it's every day is Earth Day in my world.
Okay. Well,
yes. May. And then we have Memorial Day and
Labor Day.
Labor Day is this month as well?
No.
Okay, but we labor. We labor
always.
We
labor every day.
Happy Cinco de Mayo.
Happy Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah.
We have a nice food segment that we're coming up with later on in the show.
Okay.
Get to see that. We're going to cook up some good food, and we have some good entertainment going on.
Some musical guests.
Yeah, let's hit the daily news, though. You found out something earlier.
Was it the young man who was sentenced to death? They hung him because he was distributing cannabis.
Yeah.
So, what was that at? In the Philippines?
In Singapore.
Singapore.
Right. What's going on, y'all, in Singapore?
Right.
Where you guys are executing people. Let me pull up the article real quick.
Right. Yeah, that was really disturbing to hear. That you could get executed, sentenced to death for distributing a medicinal substance when there are so many substances that are actually killing people, fentanyls and things of that nature.
Yeah, here's the guy, you guys. Here's the guy that did it. It's, I can't pronounce his name. Let's see here. Terganju Sapaya. He's 46 years old.
Wow.
Got executed in Singapore for trafficking a little over 2 pounds of cannabis in that country. So I don't know what's going on with those guys there, but wow.
Yeah, I mean, it's a sickness that mentally you have to be disturbed to sentence someone to death for the consumption or distribution of cannabis.
I mean, they're killing people. He was hanged, you guys, for 2 pounds of cannabis. So I don't know. Yeah, mental health. I think that the country of Singapore is suffering from mental health illness.
Yeah, there's an article in this month's Reader's Digest that we were discussing that has
It talks about how cannabis and mental health, how they're using cannabis to tackle mental health issues is happening all around the world. It's clearly happening in Singapore.
Well, the thing is that they are executing or putting people to death for the distribution and use of cannabis when they actually need it, because there's some healing that needs to take place within, and cannabis may be the answer for them.
Let's hope it is. Hey, happy Mother's Day.
Thank you very much.
Do you have any plans for Mother's Day?
To be pampered and loved on, but that happens every day. So every day for me is Mother's Day.
Mother's Day, you guys, is like I think it's the 3rd most celebrated holiday. It's Christmas. I believe it's either Christmas is first, then Thanksgiving, or New Year's is second, and then Mother's Day.
Oh wow!
Mother's Day.
I pray that all the mothers feel that daily, not just on Mother's Day, because we do more. The mothers do so much that you should be celebrating all the time.
Shout out to all the mothers out there. You know what Father's Day is listed? You know what number Father's Day is? It's like right past Yom Kippur.
Okay.
It's like 21st in line or something.
Yeah. Oh.
Fathers get socks, and we're going to do something special for Father's Day.
Yeah, because there is no mothers without fathers. So we should be celebrating equally. And I plan to do it up for the fathers in my life.
Shout out to the fathers. We gotta start our celebration early, because guys, all we're gonna get is some socks or a tie that we never wear.
Some cologne that you don't even really like.
Some group. I'm gonna throw
Some
back
Root.
Root. I like Root. Root cologne.
Old Spice deodorant.
Old Spice.
Well,
Right?
hey, Old Spice is making a comeback based on the commercial. I haven't smelled it, but
Yeah, I'm gonna leave Old Spice alone for a while, but shout out to it. But yeah, happy Mother's Day. So also, people are gonna be planting their gardens in May.
yeah, that's
It's like
the
when you
funnest
get your
thing.
plants. There was an article in the Reader's Digest magazine that you talked about the correlation between Mother's Day and planting gardens. You ever
Yeah.
heard of that? Where you have to get your plants in the ground no later than Mother's Day.
I have heard of it, and I'm excited because I got my plants in the ground before Mother's Day. So
Right.
I'm looking forward to reaping the harvest now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wait, we're gonna be checking out some of the cool stuff that's going on and later on the show about planting and gardening. There's that food segment I was telling you about, so I can't wait for you to see it. Afrodamus is cooking a dish up for you.
I'm already getting
Yeah.
hungry. So we have a musical guest coming on.
Do we have a musical guest? So this next guest we have coming on, you guys, I want you to check out the video. As a matter of fact, I'm not even gonna overtalk it. I'm gonna let the video speak for itself. Check this out.
Hold it down. Produced by,
The Mechanics.
yes. Just a page in my player's book, yeah. And the title said, yeah. I really don't give a fuck, yeah. Woke up in the morning and I lit the lighter, the flame in front. Breakfast blunt, start the day with some smoke in the air. Cause what you think, motherfucker, don't care. I'm over here, yeah. Gazing over thoughts on not to get, caught up in some bullshit, yeah. Then you gotta deal how you feel. Right there you find out the game is real, yeah. Fighting yourself with a bad attitude, cause you can't see past what you're going through. But luckily, like GPS, yes, Kim is fresh, navigate past what you can't see. It can only be what you allowed to see, yeah. But who controls what you see, yeah. Moving, A to B selling. Dreams of belief, I prepare my speech like lyrics go to training camp only to receive the receipt stamp went from player to a champ in my own lane, yeah. With a spectator section, stand at the podium and give, yeah. Words direction like past the place so I can count the collection, man. I'm a motherfucking player, man. Never too old to fold money, might when it drop, when it's sunny, ride, put a tight, yeah. With some smoke in the air, cause what you think, yeah. Apparently, what, yeah. I really don't give a fuck, yeah. Just a page in my player's book, yeah. And the title said, yeah.
Yeah.
I really don't give a fuck. Yeah. That's why my artwork is essential with the potential to have this, stored in your mental. I keep it going, look, I flow through cliffhangers, cause I don't wanna leave you hanging. To me, space on a track that's banging, yeah. I drop recipes that only feed me. Automatic winner, why? Yeah, it's only one of me. Yeah, I communicate in such a way where it illustrates me doing something that you can't, nigga. Yeah, 360 in the paint, fall away, jumper, make the net faint. Only thing holding it up is the rim. Fresh Kim, look, I remember diamond dishes. That's how my uncle got his dishes. Now I'm living out long range wishes. The real game is, yeah. Can you say your glitches? I wrote mine down, yeah. Fresh Kim from the town, yeah. Just a page in my player's book, yeah. And the title said, yeah. I really don't give a fuck.
And that's
The
what,
Mechanics.
yeah.
Something about that Bay Area
Just a page in my player's
flag. I
book,
like
yeah.
Always tell
I really don't
Bay
give a fuck.
Area, that West Coast, but specifically Bay Area. Hey, you want to meet him?
I definitely
He's
wanna meet
backstage. Let's bring him on.
Yes.
Here we go. Fresh Kim from the town.
Fresh
up?
Kim.
What's good, brother?
Thank
What's
you.
happening?
Thank you for blessing us with your presence.
Oh wow, man! Hey man, you know what? Sometimes I just get happy sometimes just on the mere fact somebody else watches the video, man. That makes me smile. I don't care if it's one or two people.
Oh man.
It looks like you really have fun. You enjoyed yourself. What was the concept? Like, what were you trying to convey when you said, let me do this as the video?
Well, for me, honestly, it's really about freedom of thought, right? Because it won't make sense to a lot of people until they really sit down and think about it and apply it to themselves.
Facts.
And once you sit down and think about it, you be like, whoa, that's a different perspective. To me, that makes a good artist.
Yeah. Well, there's so many metaphors. I mean, I can't even know where to begin. I mean, there's so many metaphors that you use and analogies and hooks. It's almost like where you guys at home, you're gonna have to listen to his tracks like 3-4 times. That's where you know that you put thought into lyrics. It's not just a party track. It's like a deep thinking track, right?
Right. And the other part of it too is I really believe that we live in the obstacle course of life. And then you want to be like, hold on, man, how do I slow down on the BS? And because when you slow down on the BS, then you can kind of make it an easier walk. You don't gotta run. You can just kind of walk through life and be like, I see that coming. I'm not doing that.
Right. It sounds like a lot of wisdom in the tracks. You've been doing it for a long time. So, okay, just true confession here. Like, I've known Fresh Kim for years, right? I mean,
Go ahead and put a decade on there. School.
I mean, I'm not necessarily gonna put because I'm ageless, but I'm gonna put. I'll kind of give a hint. We go back as far as Tecmo Bowl. So if for those out there that can go further back than Tecmo Bowl, hit in the chat. For some of y'all don't even know what Tecmo Bowl is.
Yeah, I'm kind of wondering what is it.
Am I lying? Come
Hey,
on.
go ahead and tell them how many times you took an L playing me against when I was playing with your team.
Man, look. So my favorite team was the Raiders. His favorite team was the Raiders. We know Bay Area. You know how we get downtown business. But so I was a Raiders fan way back, right? And he had Tecmo Bowl in his dorm room. So we talking about all the way back, like we were kids, right? And so he had Tecmo Bowl in his dorm room. I would go down there and I'd want to play with the Raiders. And so he would switch up on me. Matter of fact, it really didn't matter what team, y'all, because it was his game. So I didn't understand that at the time. But he was like, okay, well, I'll play with the 49ers. And for those of you guys who know Tecmo Bowl, it's like he would wait deep in the pocket and he would just launch it every time. And so that's how we met. We started vibing all the way back to college off of video games, right?
Man,
Awesome. So were you doing music back then?
I was doing music back then, but I had to redirect my focus because I knew I had an opportunity to go to Clark Atlanta University, and I was like, if I could put rap on, yeah, of course, because we was all in a dorm room, so it was more like I can't reveal myself too fast, but the name Fresh Kim kept slipping out.
Yeah, and so I'm in college and I meet this dude. I'm like, what's your name? And he's like, man, Fresh Kim. And it just instantly, like, for me, it was just like, okay, that's what's up. We just clicked right off the bat. And then we did a lot of people watching. Because one thing about college is you learn about all different personalities. It's not about the education. It is. But for those who haven't gone to HBCUs, it's really about learning people from Chicago, how they interact with people from California or people from the Midwest. Am I right?
Oh my goodness, you were exactly right.
It's a social experience.
Experiment.
Or experiment.
It is.
It's whatever.
It's an expensive experiment.
It's an expensive one. But you know what? I wouldn't trade it. I wouldn't trade it
either, man. My daughter's just my daughter got accepted into Spelman, so she's gonna go to Spelman next year. So I'm gonna be like, wow.
Man, shout out to all the HBCUs out there.
Yeah, right. My son is gonna go to St. Augustine in North Carolina. So both my kids are about to experience something that a lot of kids don't get to experience, especially the band.
Man, so let's talk about how you relate any of that. Do you relate any of that into your music?
I do.
First of all, the video was dope. I just want to know, like, who does your music? How does that work? Collaborations? What's the music?
So look, for that particular song, I hooked up with the Mechanics, and Mechanics, man, they're like the super supreme producing factory, man, because they've done so much music from Snoop to Mr. Fab to Too Short to E40 to Be Legit. Like, those are the top tier cats, even including me. Like, even when I throw my name in there, I feel privileged.
Right.
Like, just to be able to work with those guys, man, because they're super professional. I call them D&K. But it's really about giving those guys credits because they've worked so hard. The Mechanics are one of the best producing teams, I would say, across the world, because they gear to a certain crowd, and that crowd is flourishing because everybody copies off them.
Okay.
From Too Short, E40, you can just stop right there. Then you got Ice Cube, then you got Snoop, then you got so many rappers.
And then you got Fresh Kim. I'll throw you a layup. I'll throw you a layup. Just so you know, throughout this interview, I'm gonna help you along if you need it. That's my job. So they got Too Short, they got E40, they got Cube, and they got Fresh Kim. Am I lying? I mean, is that how it works?
Oh man, goodness! I like how my name got thrown in there like an envelope.
Of course,
like
man. How you think the advertisement works, bro?
And the Bay Area only has a select amount of individuals who can really, really represent the Bay. So, from what I see, you should be amongst them.
When you say talk about life experiences, like, I know that you in your cut because I pulled up on you, so I already know the backdrop, right?
right. You know the secret spot.
Exactly, right. That's excellence recognizes excellence. So you
exactly.
No, but that is true though. But because it's like the energy, and I know that we talked about that before about how because I've been on your show, right? And we talked about energy and matching energy, and so we're reaching a stage where energy is important. How do you express any of that energy, or do you express that into your music, or is that a separate life?
Oh no, actually, it goes into both because I really believe there's a voice inflection, and just like you guys both have right there, that energy that you guys have, it really gives off a cool vibe, and that's what I do. I try to present a cool vibe. Like if you listen to the music, it's more like, all right, Fantasy Island, Love Boat, and then all of a sudden Tattoo is yelling, the plane, and then you see my lyrics across the sky like y'all just did.
Right, exactly. And you know what? I'm gonna follow up and piggyback up on that because you did point out something else. It's an Everybody's Cool. I see you rocking the Everybody's Cool hoodie. Is that just like a coincidence, or is there something behind that? I would imagine, based on your lyrics, wake up in the morning with the breakfast blunt. I didn't know myself that your lyrics. No, for real. Hey, y'all at home, y'all need to check out these tracks because I guarantee you, just like this show, you're gonna back it up about 3-4 times because there's so many hidden gems you're gonna pick up later. But right now, you got to catch up, Mustard. So when you look at that, am I lying? But when you look at it,
so many
look at your
lyrics.
Yeah. your lyrics are deep. I mean, they're layered, right?
Right.
But you put some double meanings in there. And what do? You incorporate life? Is it separate, apart? How does that work?
Well, what I do is I really look at my situation, just my situation, and I really look at it as an obstacle course of life. And I really look at the characters around me. I really look at the spectator crowd. I really look at who's close to me. Like when you pull up on me in the secret spot, we have a couple beers, we start talking. And out of that, when we're having those conversations, it's more about, I could turn this into this, and I could turn this into that. And then I go into action mode. And then that's when I go hardcore, writing down stuff, putting them in the lyrics. And even on my radio show, even though one show you came on, it's really about, can we have a conversation about something other than what's on mainstream media and make it exciting?
Yeah.
And where's this radio show at? How do we find that?
This radio show is all over the Bay Area. I was on it. I know. And actually, it's not just the Bay Area. You can stream it. You're streaming, right?
I got people like, for instance, the radio show is KGBC 96.9 FM. And then the motto of the show that I have is, we all get here the same way, right? And then if we understand why we get here, and then we understand that we get programmed, and then once we understand that we got programmed, we can look at our first two influencers. We're gonna copy off our mom or dad or the circle of people that are around us. And once we able to say, wait a minute, I'm influenced by these thought processes. And once you go, I don't even know why I think like that. I only think like that because I don't want to go against the grain. But once you get bounced out of that, then you can be like, wait a minute, I'm only think like that because y'all think like that. And then you're presented with other choices. That's what everybody's cool about, because I will tell you this, one of the most important things is, I'll even go deeper on this one because I really want people to understand. It's a mathematical problem. 23 plus 23 equals 46, right? And that's a human being. That's 46 chromosomes. Now, but one of those 23s is really important though, because one of those 23s, what I call the female, they only choose one, and then they got the twins, triplets, and other things that come out. But the other 23 is a male. The male is going to come with about 1 million. All of those millions are going to chase that egg in complete darkness. I don't know if sperm has ears, eyes, whatever. So in darkness, you really can't tell. But I know that going up that part of the world and inside of a woman, there's complete darkness, and that egg is only going to choose one. That's the biggest race in your entire life. And at that point, you are automatically cool with me, because that's the biggest race you're going to win in your life, because we're here, just like y'all are. So everybody's cool with me now.
Everybody's cool. And we're all, to that same analogy, we're all miracles, right?
Right.
We're all creations, so we're all unique. We're all made in image and likeness. You're dropping all kinds of games, so I see that's what you're doing. Speaking of dropping game, what else do you have going on? I mean, you're not just a musical artist. You're not just a radio show host. You're not just a stagehand. Shout out for those that want to kind of find out private life stuff. But you're a father. You're a father. You say you have some children going. To shout out to the HBCUs. What, I mean, anything else? What's on the horizon? I mean, this is just the first half.
You know what? Honestly, I just have to wait till the idea pings in my head. And then when it pings in my head, then I'll be like, oh yeah, I get to do that. And then I get to get excited.
Nice.
Right.
Nice.
And, and that goes back to having the freedom of thought, have the freedom of choice to go out and do it. Not based off anybody else's influence, but yours.
Yeah, we're creators. So we can actually get up and do whatever it is that we choose to do. That freedom is a beautiful thing.
Man.
So, yeah.
And that freedom can turn into a lot of money like y'all doing, man. And I'm just happy to be a part of it, because I see it just like y'all do.
Many roads. There's many roads to success. We're all on them together. Hey, Fresh Kim from the town. I love it, man. It's good seeing you. We're always doing stuff. Keep it up. We're going to check you out in a minute. You know what? So that's some good entertainment that we had, right?
That was really nice. Fresh Kim.
Fresh Kim.
Yeah, you have to check him out on YouTube. He said he's on different platforms everywhere. Fresh Kim. Look him up.
Yeah, YouTube. I think he had mentioned TikTok, and those are some platforms we got to start talking about too. Mm-hmm. Right? We got to get on the TikTok. We got to do some other stuff. Hey, if you guys want to see us at some of those shows, chime in the link below and let us know what you want to see us on. We go everywhere. We can even come to a place near you.
Near you.
We'll be interviewing you guys next.
Yeah, but we are constantly seeking talent. We'd love to showcase you. So please send in, please send in your talent videos. But it can be children to adults. We don't discriminate.
Somebody sent in a artwork that their grandchild did or something, and we're gonna put that up. So we're gonna start showcasing all that stuff.
Beautiful.
Yeah, if you got some stuff, send it in. We're gonna put it on the show. Remember, Speakeasy, where we talk to everyday people about everyday things. So you guys are everyday people. We're everyday people.
Yes, everyday people.
Like Sly and the Family Stone, right?
Yes. That's what we are.
Food.
Oh, I'm hungry, Afrodamas. Are you gonna feed me?
Well, it just so happens that I already prepared a meal for you.
Okay.
Right? And I filmed it.
Oh, okay.
Filmed the entire process that we were doing, like some hydroponics. Remember, we did the hydroponic vegetables and all that. So we're kind of doing a segment in the future about growing the food that you eat, right? We want to know what we're putting into our bodies.
That's right.
So I thought, what better way to do it than show how it's done? You want to see it?
I would love to see it. Let's
right.
see your skills.
You guys want to see it at home? See my culinary skills, see what we're all about? All right, well, let's check it out right now. What's up, everybody? It's Afrodamus here with Speakeasy. Hey, today we got a cool cooking segment. We're going to do some salmon and we're going to do some sauteed vegetables right out of the indoor garden. Here we have some Swiss chard, some kale, we got some spinach, we have some bok choy, we have some garlic, and we have some other lettuce over here, and we have some other vegetables. So check it out. We're gonna saute all those vegetables up. We're gonna serve it with some pan-seared salmon and some roasted potatoes. Stay tuned. So here we are at Sprouts. We're gonna walk in here and get a nice piece of salmon. We only get wild-caught salmon. This is a good store. It has a nice seafood section. The seafood monger is really good. So we'll show you what we're gonna get after we get it. All right, here we are at the seafood market. Let's see, we got some wild-caught salmon. Ooh, you know what? I think I'd rather do some wild-caught mahi-mahi instead. That's what we're... Hey, how's it going? So this mahi-mahi, let me get, like, if you can, the center cuts, like two big, nice center pieces. That one underneath it, that big piece is cool. That one, yeah, the one that one right there. Nope, that one, yep. I'll take that. Yes. We're also gonna pick up some Island Jerk skewers. Yep, 2 of them. We're gonna get 2 of these Island Jerk skewers to go with this meal. And we also got some stuffed clams. We're gonna get that too. A couple of those. So that's all of our protein for our meal. All right, so we got our food. And we're getting ready to take off, get home, and cook this stuff. We'll see you at home. What's up, everybody? We're back. So check it out. We've got this cast iron skillet. It's screaming hot. It has to be screaming hot because that's how you blacken your fish. I'm gonna take some butter here. I'm gonna put the butter in the skillet, and it's gonna be real quick process here. So you want to get that in there. I'm going to take our fish. I'm going to do one piece at a time. About 2-3 minutes on each side. You don't want to touch it. You just want to let that bottom sear. That's the whole point that you have it at such a high heat. As high as your skillet will go, that's what we're looking for. We want this to be really hot, searing hot, right? We want to crowd it. One piece at a time. One piece for me, the other piece for Nana. So over here we have some roasted red potatoes, and we have some crab cakes that I just bought from the seafood market. And we also have, last but not least, some Cajun church stuff. Then check out what this is done. These are all of our vegetables. They're fresh out of the garden. We're gonna toss those lightly in the bread. Make that happen. So yeah, let's get back to this mahi-mahi. I put a blackened season on it. My little homemade blackened seasoning on it. So make sure you get your windows open. Make sure you get a fan going. Make sure you do something like that. Let's put this back there. Yeah. Oh yeah. All right, that's it, guys. We don't want it to burn. One down. Other one down. All right, right, you guys, that second piece. I think we're ready to get that second piece off. Yes, look at that. The second piece is done. That right there. Okay, you guys, so now it's time for the salad. So remember our fresh greens, I've rinsed them, I've washed them and rinsed them, and they are ready to be tossed. And all I'm gonna do is put all those nice greens. We're gonna use light dressing. I decided on some roasted garlic. I got this from the market, but you can put any dressing you want on there. And we're just gonna come in here very lightly, toss this. Right. Of course, let's toss that real light. We don't want to do a whole lot to this. We want those natural, those fresh greens that we grew hydroponically in our indoor garden. We want all that flavor. So there, nicely light toss. I'm gonna do a little bit of some fresh sea salt there. Very nice toss to that. Get those nice, beautiful greens came out of our garden. No more going to those grocery stores to get your food, guys. Not when you can do it at home. All right, so we have our salad toss. Next up, we have our cast iron skillet back to hot. Now it's time for our shrimp skewers. Pat of butter, because everything goes better with butter. Everything goes better with butter. And then all we're gonna do is take our skewers and let's see if they're gonna fit. So these aren't gonna fit, so what I'm gonna do, watch this. I'm gonna make it fit. There's one. Shrimp doesn't take that long. Oh, there's a leftover piece of mahi. So we're just gonna get that shrimp going. This is the jerk shrimp. That's gonna go on top of our dish. Like a little appetizer. And again, like I said, shrimp doesn't take long at all. Once it's pink on one side, we're going to go ahead and give that a flip. I wish you guys had smell-o-vision at home. You guys can smell this. It's awesome. I'm going to give this a nice finish to our meal. And again, we're not leaving these on long. You don't want your shrimp to be rubbery. The longer you leave it, the more rubbery it's going to get. Tough. We don't want that. So they're done. Put these on our platter. Those ready. We're gonna plate up. All right, you guys, so here's the finished product. We have our blackened mahi. We have some roasted potatoes. We have our stuffed clam shells and our jerk shrimp. That's how you have a meal. I can't wait for you now to try this. All right, you guys, so that's a wrap. We're going to wrap this cooking show up. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Tell all your friends, like and subscribe it. See you next time on Speak Eat.
This is so good, Afro-Dominus.
So, what did you think of that dish?
That was delicious.
Was the salmon good? The vegetables, what did you think about them?
It was, well, you didn't make me salmon. You made me mahi.
That's right, it was mahi.
And
I started off thinking about salmon, but then when I got into the fishmonger in front of him, and I saw the mahi mahi. I was like, a little switcheroo, flippy-roo. That's what we do.
And I am so okay with that. It was so delicious and juicy, and the vegetables were delicious. Everything about it was so yummy.
Yeah.
The salad, you could taste the difference in the way that the lettuce is from home as opposed to when you get it from the grocery store.
Yeah.
It's such a big difference. The flavors were there and just the crispiness. It was a home run.
Home run for
Yes.
Afrodamas.
Yes.
Probably kill it. Hey, have you ever gone to the grocery store and like gotten a tomato from the grocery store and you've eaten it but it has no flavor?
Yes, I have.
Right. If you grow your vegetables at home, you will make sure that all that flavor is kept in there, because they're growing those tomatoes in the warehouse and they're just growing them for quantity,
Right.
not quality.
That's correct.
So we got to learn how to grow in the privacy of our home. I know a shout out to one of our sponsors, Let's Grow Inside. They'll teach you how to do all that stuff growing in the privacy of your own home. But
yeah, it's essential. It's at this point in our lives when we are being kind of overtaken by all the different elements. We're being hit from geoengineering. So we have chemicals that are in our
chemtrails.
air. We have chemicals that are in our water. We have food that's being grown genetically modified and with all types of pesticides and things of that nature. So taking control over what it is that you put in your body and learning to grow for yourself. Proprieting a business like Let's Grow Inside so that you can actually learn how to grow correctly so that your food has all the proper nutrients and things of that nature. Because you don't want to just grow your own food and you don't know what you're doing, because then you're pretty much doing the same thing as the grocery store is. But to learn how to grow and get those proper nutrients in our bodies is essential.
Right.
So Let's Grow Inside. That's the key.
Yeah.
That's the place to be.
We're going to end it with that. Let's Grow Inside, which you put in your body. Let's Grow Inside, we put into your mind.
Yeah.
And check us out at letsgrowinside.com. We'll show you the way, but check us out here at Speakeasy.
Yes.
Right? And we'll see you guys next time. Hope you enjoyed the show. We have some good stuff lined up for you next week, don't we?
Yes,
next
we
month.
do.
Next show.
Always.
Yeah.
Always.
Got some
There's
good
always
entertainment
something. Yes.
coming. I can't wait for you guys to see who we have coming up next.
Yes.
Right.
Looking forward to seeing you. God bless.
All right, guys. See you next time. Afrodamas and Inanna out.